What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome into the 10K to $2 million funding challenge with Venator Trading, sponsored by our amazing partners Bespoke Funding Program, through which we're giving away a 10K account today, a 10K account challenge through Bespoke Funding. That's happening today. And before we go any further, I'm calling this setup as soon as we get on the stream right now. We got an entry at 1.07099, stop loss at 1.07179, and a TP at 1.06930. This is a euro dollar short. My bias has not changed. I am still bearish. We have had overnight, we've had this last move. We ran liquidity here, made one more stab up. We have displaced through this low. It works on the 15-minute as well, either one. Beautiful fair value gaps sitting inside both of those areas, waiting for price to pull back after the London move, fill in this fair value gap, touch into this order block right here, and then proceed to drop and take out yesterday's low. So we'll see. Euro still has a long way to drop to get down to its higher time frame draw on liquidity. So that is the setup that we are looking at today. It's live. It's happened. There was a beautiful one on Euro right when we got on the stream, or when I got up this morning. Beautiful little breaker block right here that you could have caught during the London session. These two down close candles, we had a beautiful run up, a quick stab up into buy side liquidity. We had displacement away, and you could have targeted this little area right here. I know this big long wick doesn't leave a beautiful fair value gap in there, but that's where I would have been looking at to get in on the 5-minute. There is one right here you could have used, which I do use 5-minute fair value gaps after there is a setup on the 15-minute or 30-minute. So beautiful setup there on euro dollar you could have had this morning to get in and probably already out. There was one on pound dollar as well. Right here you had these two down close candles. Sorry, I'll zoom in a little bit. These two down close candles right here initiated a run on buy side liquidity. We took out a swing level, two swing levels, and then we immediately displaced back through. Fair value gaps left behind. You could have targeted probably just the entry right here, about 50% of this fair value gap. Your stop would have been up in this area, and you're probably you should be at break even if you're in that GU trade right now. This right here is not a breaker. It did not take out buy side liquidity anywhere. There was no swing level or anything here, so this is not an entry for me. And there's nothing clean in here. If you look back over through here, the displacement through this level just wasn't clean. The euro dollar is much cleaner, and so we're sticking with it. That's the one we're going with right now. Dollar has reached its higher time frame draw on liquidity into this daily fair value gap. This red line represents back over here. We've already crossed it. This red line is the correlated higher time frame draw on euro that I pointed out way down here. The dollar has already reached it, surpassed it, and closed above it. It has reached into its daily fair value gap up here, or daily volume imbalance up here, which we had identified earlier this week. We said it would likely reach up into that this week, and it has. Our next draw on liquidity would be these relative equal highs. That's probably next week or the week after. Wouldn't be surprised if I don't know that we're going to run right up to it. We could run right up to it, much like we did this one. We came right up to it, pulled back, grabbed some sell side, and then bull rushed it. Could be the same with this. We come right up to it, pull back, grab some liquidity, and then bull rush it as well. So still very bullish on the dollar right now. And I'm just kind of sticking with that. I still think today we could get up into and fill in this volume imbalance today, and kind of create the high of the week up in here somewhere before we get a small little wick, a pullback to end the day. So that's my analysis on euro, dollar, and pound dollar. and DXY. So GJ, you know, it finally reached into our higher time frame sell side drawn liquidity yesterday, no, I guess that was today, as the Asian session opened, ran down through all of that sell side liquidity, ran right into that fair value gap, and has had a pretty aggressive move away from there, and now it's kind of stalled out. So not sure if we're done with this area, but you can see I've called this area, this specific fair value gap, for a couple of weeks now. Last week and this week I said, look, they're gonna run. If they're gonna want to go higher, they're gonna want to run that. And I'm not gonna change my bias on GJ and go short bias until we get a confirmed close, body close below these levels here. If this candle closes bearish today and displaces below and closes below, next week we may have a switch. We've had a higher time frame structure shift here, but that's got to happen before we can even consider that. So still currently bullish on GJ, just because we've been in such a huge uptrend. There is a higher time frame draw liquidity right here, so again, it could just be we ran right up to it, stalled out, comes down, manipulates the engineered liquidity below all of these relative equal lows, taps into that fair value gap. It may not be today, but it could be over the next week or so. We see GJ rally hard up into this higher time frame draw liquidity, and then perhaps this is the area wherein you start to see the rollover. It's tried to do it once here, tried to do it once here, grab that liquidity, and then now it can finally roll over. Dollar CAD, we've got news today on Dollar CAD. It is currently closed above. Yesterday, we finally displaced and closed above all of this liquidity, all of these higher time frame draws and liquidity. We were struggling. We could not. These two body candles wicked through it. And then finally, yesterday, we got our displaced close above all of these highs. Still bullish on dollar. There is some big red folder news coming out today. The unemployment rate for CAD, it comes out. So we'll see how that plays. This is the chat pair for the week. So we are just keeping our eyes on it and watching it for now. But that's about it. That's all we got. US 30, it just chopped yesterday. We didn't take the loss yesterday. Thank God the market gods didn't let my oversized orders go through. But that's what happened there. Just chopped yesterday, kind of went up and down, took out last night's highs. We've displaced lower. There is a little breaker block in here. I'm not really going to consider that until after the market's open. I want to see what kind of Judas swings we get before we get in there. S&P, same thing, grab by liquidity overnight, displaced through. Coming back into this breaker. Again, not interested in taking any of that until after the market's open for the indices. NAS, similar setup, not as clean of a breaker. It stalled right there, but they all have very, very similar setups. I think Cisco posted this in the Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you can get over there in Discord and check this out. This is my analysis on UJ. Great opportunity overnight. Displaced above, comes back into a breaker. This is a 5-minute fair value gap right at the 50% line. Could have had a sniper entry and obviously would be at break even if you took and were trading UJ on that. So pretty nice looking setups there all across the board overnight through London and into our Friday session. Going to pop back over to EU. We're getting a nice little pullback here as the 7 o'clock hour opens. I would love to see this push up through this beginning half hour wick in and then drop. It may not. It may just want to tap right into the bottom of this breaker here and then into this fair value gap. I would love to see it come back up into this order block right here. That would be fantastic. From the last move down, that's right in line with an OTE, order block, fair value gap, breaker block. Again, tons of confluence there. Really like this setup on EU. All right, I know that was a lot of quick information, but a lot of things were happening right when we got on the stream and wanted to bull rush through that. It's Friday. I love Fridays, man. Fridays are one of my more profitable days, so we'll see if that continues to play out. Hopefully it is so. Would love to get September rolling here. It's been kind of slow the first week for us. We've gotten swerved on some really beautiful trades in the last week and a half, and I'm getting tired of getting swerved, but it just comes with the territory. When you trade your system, you stick to your rules, you're not going to get every entry that you want. So that's kind of what we're anticipating right now, is not getting swerved, getting in at the OTE, at the order block, at the fair value gap fill, at the breaker. So a lot of confluence right here for the setup that we have on the charts. We'll see how it plays out. Let me jump over into the charts and say hello and see what's going on. Simbazo, welcome in. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, but welcome to the stream. Thanks for viewing and thanks for jumping in the chat. Cisco, good to see you. Shafa, what's up, girl? Welcome in. I got the baby time nap aligned with the stream. It's nighttime. It's not nap time. It's nighttime, I think. Simbazo, thank you guys. How's everyone today? Good. It is nap time. Still got an hour left. Well, hopefully we can get some action in. Mr. Partha, good morning. Alpha Bridge, what's up? Biolamansky, good afternoon. LOL, what's up? What time is it in your country? It is 6:10 a.m. in Houston, Texas, right now. Been up for just over an hour, got my coffee, got on the charts, just woke up, did my little prayer time and Bible study, and now I'm back here on the charts ready to go. So what's up, Shadow Trades? Good evening. 1310. Muhammad, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Muhammad Saeem. Welcome in. John, I heard an ES expert say yesterday that the ES was particularly choppy because of upcoming rollover. Have you heard of that before? Yes. The accounts are about to roll over to the last quarterly contract for the year. So rollover is kind of choppy. Once that rollover finishes, hopefully we'll get some seasonal activity going on and see some cleaner trends for the next 3 months or so. What's up, David Dreams? Welcome in. 6 a.m. It's early. Sun's not even up yet. Early bird gets the worm, so they say, the old proverb. That's why we're here. What time do I go to bed? I try to be in bed between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. my time. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm up at the latest. I want to be in bed by 11. That gives me a good 6 hours of sleep if I can get in bed before 11. But I try to get in around 9 or 10, get in bed and asleep by 10 o'clock. That gets me a good 8 hours, 7 hours-ish, 7.5 hours of sleep, depending on how well I sleep that night. And then, of course, I'll try to sneak a nap in the afternoons here. Like today, it's Friday, the trading week's done. There's not a lot on my plate the rest of the day today. So sometime after lunch, maybe we'll go lay by the pool and then take a nap or something. We'll go out tonight. Who knows? It's the weekend. What's up, Chase? Welcome in. All right, guys, we'll be doing our 10K account giveaway at 9 a.m. New York time. So it is 7:15 right now. So we've got about an hour and 45 minutes, and we'll do our 10K account giveaway. So we'll do it very similar to the last few giveaways where I will tweet something and then we'll, I'll have you go repost that and that will qualify you for the draw. And then we'll do a live draw here on the stream and see who wins. And don't worry if you don't win that. We do one every single week. And if you want to have an opportunity to have another giveaway opportunity, you can join our Discord that I just put in the chat right there. If you join our Discord this month, I'm going to be giving away a 25K Bespoke Challenge account to a member of our Discord community. That will be handpicked by me, and it's going to go to someone who is active over there in the Venator Trading Discord channel, someone who is posting, commenting, being helpful, encouraging, inspiring, asking questions, posting trade ideas, charts, strategies, just trying to hopefully, keep what happens here on the stream, keep that going over there when we're off the stream, over the weekends, overnights. It gives you guys a place to just continue to build the little family that we've got going on here. So jump over into that Discord. It is completely free, but I'm over there. Probably need to be more active over there than I am. I just try to respond to as many messages as I can and participate in the discussion that's going on. But I'll be picking someone near the end of this month for a 25K account. Just someone that I feel like is really helping build the community and as part of the family, just as a simple thank you and a reward for that. So jump over in that Discord, be active over there, and you could be getting a 25K account. Also, later this month, we're going to be doing a 100K account giveaway here on the live stream. Our 100th live stream will be happening towards the end of September. And you'll be hearing more information about that on Discord, here on the live stream, and on Twitter. But 100K account, that's freaking awesome. 10 times the account size that we normally give away here every single week on the live stream. So if you don't win an account and you just want to start and purchase a new challenge, definitely use Bespoke Funding, and definitely use the discount code Venator. That gives you 15% off and an 85% lifetime profit split. It's a great deal. They are currently running a promotion on their Discord that's a little bit of a better discount. And if you want to take advantage of that, then just use the link that I have in my YouTube bio, and you can, the stream will still get credit for that. And that will help out keep everything here free for you the more you take advantage of that discount. So I would appreciate you all doing that if you can. 8 hours of sleep is a must for a human. I totally agree, Shafa. I am not at my best unless I've got those 8 hours. What's up, Ashok? Good morning. 2 weeks in a row, brother. Welcome in. Why aren't we targeting 1 to 0.2.1? We are. That's my target. That is a 1 to 2.1. I do just over 1 to 2 because it's a truer risk reward ratio at 1 to 2. Because you have to take into account commissions, spreads, the cost of the trade itself. And then plus, if I ever hit break evens, those are slightly in profits. That kind of brings down my risk reward ratio a little bit, and I like just to have a truer risk reward ratio of 1 to 2. So I go just beyond 1.2. I go 1 to 2, so 1 to 2.05 to 1 to 2.1, and that's what that trade target is right there. EU looks good. OTE, order block, fair value gap, breaker. Yeah, Saeem, that's exactly what I was thinking and exactly why I see it. So you have this run of liquidity, this run of liquidity, this run of liquidity, this run of liquidity. We finally get displacement through. Beautiful fair value gap, order block, OTE. It's all of the above. So we'll see how it plays out into the New York session here. For this to work, we're going to need the dollar to pull back into this area here, have a little bit of a pullback into this area, before we start running yesterday's highs. So don't know if we'll get that. Hopeful that we will. We'll just have to wait and see. Dollar CAD, we may have a setup, but it won't happen until after the news comes out at 8:30. We have both the unemployment change and the employment change and the unemployment rate for the Canadian dollar comes out this morning. So we'll see what kind of volatility that creates, and if there's any setups that form after that news hits, we will be watching. And of course, we'll watch the indexes as well, but I'm not going to do that until at least 8:30, maybe 9:30. I just want to see, because we are coming into that rollover month, I just want to kind of see what kind of chop we're getting there. So watch how that all plays out. That USDJ trade has hit TP. That was a really nice trade there on USDJ. You could have used these as your breakers as well. And I think these are the ones that Cisco was looking at here with this fair value gap here. So if that was the case, then your entry probably would have been right here-ish, right inside this fair value gap off of this displacement from this breaker. This is the one where we stab liquidity, finally displaced through 50% of the fair value gap. Your stop would have been down here. You would have gone pretty close to your stop, but you should be at break even right now on that trade, Cisco, if you're still in that trade. Your TP should be right up here before this buy side liquidity gets tapped into. So hopefully that plays out for you. I love it when I can get on the charts and there's just super clean price action and there's setups that just kind of jump off at you right away. It's just beautiful to see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to see. Now, if EU here and GU start dropping pretty aggressively, they don't come back up into a premium level here, and they start taking out liquidity. Obviously, if it starts taking out liquidity down here, I would probably cancel this order and look for a breaker here to get involved in. You have these last two down close candles before you run buy side liquidity. So if you get displacement through here, you might potentially have another setup right in here if it does not want to come back this high. So just because you don't get this entry doesn't mean that you won't have another entry. There's still a lot of room under these lows before we get to this sell side liquidity under here. And I don't think we get that. I don't think we get to this today. I don't think we're going to cover this much ground on euro dollar today. But for the euro dollar to catch up with the DXY and get back on track with the same correlated moves and liquidity levels, the euro dollar has a lot of room to run here. So definitely think today's low is the first target that we would be looking at. And hopefully it leaves that in place before, or so we can get our entry and then we run that. But it may not. It may not. We'll see. That's the entry I want. And for GU, you can see we also have a similar setup here. If we get a run through these lows, we might have some displacement below this. You have last week's low down here. And on the daily time frame, there's still plenty of liquidity below us. We are in a bearish downtrend. We are in the impulse leg. We tapped into yesterday's high, took out yesterday's high, and we've just dropped. Yesterday's low, to me, would be the target here. The first target, and then after that, you've got some old lows down here, this old order block, etc. So still going to hold my bias until there are some higher time frame change of structures, which means they're ignoring PD arrays to the bearish downside. So when they start violating fair value gaps, when they start closing and displacing above order blocks, that's when we can change our bias and start looking for higher prices. And until that happens, we remain bearish and we just look for selling opportunities. Always want to trade. Well, at least for me, I don't like taking counter trend trades, so I'm always going to be looking for selling opportunities when it's a bearish bias on the daily, weekly timeframes. Until those higher time frame draw and liquidities are reached, and until there is a change of structure on the higher time frame, then I'm going to stick with that. It's going to keep me out of getting chopped. It's going to keep me out of fighting FOMO when you see an aggressive pullback into an area and thinking that you're missing it, and then you get induced to take a trade and then immediately get run. Cisco, also, if you enjoyed GIFs, Alpha Bridge is the man in Discord. He's got some great GIFs or GIFs. I don't know how you guys saw it. Is it GIFs or GIFs? I say it both ways. Most people I know say GIF, but I think it's GIF. I think the actual way you say it is GIF. What's up, Trading Night? 5 hours. Yeah, well, you got a little one, so getting 5 hours of sleep is it's quite the achievement with a new baby. So, Red Ezekiel, what's up? Bit late today. What time is the giveaway, man? 9 a.m. New York time. So we got about an hour and a half. We'll be doing the 10K account giveaway. You need to have a Twitter account. So if you don't have a Twitter account, make sure you get one. That way you can repost the tweet that I will post close to the 9 o'clock hour. You can see Eurodollar here respecting this 30-minute fair value gap. Closed below, came right back up into it, respected it, and it's closing back below it here. So not having the best of luck to get a deeper pullback here, but we'll see. Maybe we chop around a little bit here before we take out this low. Maybe we chop, come back up into here, into this order block, fair value gap, rebalance some of that price, and it leaves some clean liquidity here. Hopefully it doesn't take out and displace below here. If it does, it's fine. We'll readjust, we'll cancel these orders, and we'll look for another opportunity. Same with GU. If it displaces below here and leaves behind this, gives us some displacement, and then come back, make a one final run there. And on dollar CAD, we've got several different pairs to watch today to see what kind of price action we can get. We're going to be looking for very clean setups. That's what we want to see. Oh, I need to check. NFL started last night, the National Football League. That's the correct way to say and name of the sport. The National Football League started last night. And that means my fantasy football leagues have begun. I didn't have anyone playing in one league last night, and the other one, I did have, oh, nice. I had Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback in one of the leagues. And currently, I am leading, but the other team didn't play at all. So, not looking great based on that performance. Kansas City took the loss. Jeez, I didn't watch the game. But that's not looking great for my first week out of the box. Mahomes did decent, but I had Pacheco was one of my flex running backs that I had, and he did not do great. It's okay. First week of the season. You never know what's going to happen with fantasy football. Do they do fantasy soccer over in Europe? Do they do fantasy soccer leagues? like they do here in the States where you have fantasy football? Is that a thing over there? It's huge in the States. Fantasy football is a major, every year, a major pastime, hobby, entertainment for all of the armchair quarterbacks out there. Don't start the football argument. I'm not starting it again. There's no argument to start it. The league is actually called the National Football League. NFL, National Football League. So I'm not starting an argument. I'm just literally stating facts. If there's an argument, you're starting it, not me. I hope Chris Jones gets his contract and comes back. Yeah, we'll see. When will the giveaway start? I'm tired of my 5K count. Giveaway will start at 9 a.m. New York time, 1.5 hours from right now. 1.5 hours from now, we will do the live stream. We will do the 10K account giveaway. People do fantasy here too. So how do they score fantasy in soccer? Because that's very interesting to me. Is it touches? Is it passes? Is it goals only? Like how do you score shots on goal? You get points for something, saves. I'm trying to figure out, like in NFL, you can get points per reception, you can get points per yard gained, or reception yards gained, obviously touchdowns, field goals, extra points, interceptions, sacks. There's all kinds of ways to score fantasy football. How do they score fantasy soccer? Fantasy Premier League is a big deal. It's huge. Cool. Fantasy destroys lives. It can. No idea. I've never done one. Don't follow sports. Come on, Cisco. You got to follow something. What's the national sport where you are? Cool Gamer. Goal is 4 points. An assist is 3 points. Clean sheet for the goalkeepers, 4 points. Yellow card is -1. Red card -2. Bonus points in the end of the game for whoever performs best. That's cool. It's a little more creative because it's just, I could see the assist. The assist makes sense. Your pass, your maybe corner kick, or just, pass to the striker, whatever. They're called strikers, right? I'm just throwing out random soccer terms that I've heard before in my life. I watched Ted Lasso, so I know all about soccer. There's more. You get points for playing. Just for playing. That's the perfect analogy for soccer. You get points for playing. Participation points. Oh, that's the best. Participation points. Negative points, for instance, missing a penalty. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. You get a free penalty kick and you miss, you get penalized. I think that's a good point. I like that. 1 point for being on the pitch. 2 points if you play 60 minutes. This is exactly why people in the United States are slow to get on board with soccer. You guys give participation points for your fantasy football league. Participation points for fantasy. You get a point just for playing. That's unfortunate. But it is, I also understand, I'm just giving you a hard time. I understand it's a very low scoring game. There's not a lot of opportunities. Not everyone's going to have a chance to score a goal. Like there's only certain players that are going to be ever going to be able to score goals. So you've got to come up with some kind of way, and I get it. You got to create a point system. What about the defenders? How do they get points for takeaways or takedowns or something like that? because that the backline defenders, they there's got to be some defensive type points besides just the goalkeeper, I would think. I follow the market. Oh, come on. Everybody follows the market, but you gotta follow more than that. There's more. There are negative points. Oh, we already talked about this. Missing a penalty. Defenders just clean sheet, or if lucky, they assist and score. Gotcha. I mean, that's so in the NFL fantasy football here in the States, like the NFL, you pick a part of your team. So you choose a quarterback, you choose a couple of running backs, you choose a couple of wide receivers. All of those are kind of your offensive players, your main offensive players, and a tight end. Tight end. And then you have a defense. You pick a team defense, and that team defense scores points. So if anyone on that team gets a sack, an interception, a fumble recovery, and if they can keep the other team below certain point levels, that team defense gets points. Kickers obviously make points for field goals, extra points. They get extra points if they, depending on how far the field goal was out that they kicked. And of course, you get points for touchdowns, rushing and receiving. So all of that adds up, and it's very fun to play. The nice thing is the good thing about fantasy football is let's say, like, I live in Houston, so I'm going to be rooting for the Houston Texans, right? They suck. I know they suck. They're horrible. They're probably going to be trash again this year. It's to be expected. But I'm going to watch the Houston Texans. But now, because I have all of these other players on my fantasy roster, I'm very interested in the outcomes of all the other games. And so now I have a very vested interest in watching all of these other all of these other teams play. And that's a good, whereas before you would be like, I don't care about random so-and-so or such and such team playing today. But when your fantasy football is on the line and you're playing against your best bud and you need to trash talk him and rub it in his face, you're very interested. And there's money on the line in leagues. I play in one league that there's money on the line, and the other one is just a friendly trash talking. We do it every year for no money, just bragging rights and making fun of people. Brad, did you ever did an interview with Bespoke? I'd love to watch. Yeah, Shadow Trades. You can go on the Bespoke YouTube, and I did do an interview with them. It was, when was that? In July, I think. Sometime in June, maybe. I don't remember. It was a couple months ago. But yes, there is a interview with Bespoke that you can go watch that I did. NFL fantasy sounds like you can amount a ton of points in one game. Yeah, so typically if you're not scoring, you're probably going to score about 100 points in a typical fantasy football matchup, depending on how the points are scored. But most leagues, you're probably, if you have a good team, you're going to be consistently over 100. The really good teams are going to be in the 120s, probably 130s. So you're gonna like yesterday in one league, the Kansas City Chiefs played, and I had the running back Isaac Pacheco, and then I had Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback. And Patrick Mahomes scored 21 points for me on my team just as my quarterback. And the running back gave me another 8 points. So just between those two players, I've already got 28 points, which is actually not great because They probably should have been closer to 30 combined points between the two of them. So a little bit behind on what their projected stats should have been. Of course, it's all projected, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like anyone knows. You don't know, but it's all just assumptions based on past performance. So, and against their matchups, like who are they playing, that kind of stuff. Yes, Mr. Partha, there is high impact news in about 45 minutes or so for the Canadian dollar. So we'll watch that and see what happens here with the CAD dollar. We're trading above all of the higher time frame draws on liquidity here. So we'll see what that news does. We've already had a drop down below into buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. We have failed to make any displacements higher. We have left behind the higher time frame fair value gap. This was our draw on liquidity for the week. I noted this at the beginning of the week and said if we take out these highs, you're probably going to want to see it trade up into this order block and this fair value gap. We have left it behind untouched, which means maybe they left that for today. Perhaps with this news, it finds the volatility it needs to run that. So currently, what we're looking at is we've already run some sell side liquidity here. So we're looking for, is there any place here we could identify a breaker should it occur? Potentially, what if the news sends you lower, grabs sell side, and then displaces higher? That's our preference because our higher time frame bias on USD CAD is bullish because we're bullish dollar. So ideally, we would be looking for another drop into sell side liquidity and then displacement higher. Or since we've already dropped into sell side liquidity, just some clean displacement, fair value gaps, retraces, and then continue up into our higher time frame draw liquidity here. Preference here is, again, just to see euro dollar not run these lows down here just yet. My preference is to see it just kind of chop here a little bit, open the next 4-hour candle. This 4-hour candle is coming to a close. Obviously, would love to see it come back up on the next 4-hour, leave a wick behind, and then start running those lows right into this hourly order block and the 30-minute order block and the OTE. All of the things we've discussed. I still like this setup, but we'll see. We'll see if it gives us an entry. Nothing to do but watch. Sam, who do you have for the Super Bowl early prediction? I won't hold you to it. Oh gosh. I think, it's going to be kind of the same players recently. So I think you've got the Chiefs are contenders. The Eagles are contenders. I think the Bills and the Bengals are contenders. Beyond that, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, but those are my early picks. I don't feel strongly, other than I think San Francisco could, depending on how their quarterback play comes about this year. If they can lock in on and have good consistent quarterback play, I think San Francisco is built right and could have and make a sustained good run long term if they can stay healthy and get good quarterback play. So I don't know who I would pick right now today. I would be surprised if it wasn't one of those teams that I mentioned. Somebody would have to have a massive celebratory, a Cinderella year, so to speak, for I think any of to have a chance above those teams that I just mentioned. As long as Patrick Mahomes is a quarterback, I think he's immediately the Chiefs are just automatically in the conversation to be considered Super Bowl contenders. Anytime Patrick Mahomes is your quarterback, it's like having Tom Brady as your quarterback. You just assume he's going to be at or near the top every single year. He's the perennial MVP candidate if he can stay healthy. I know he's had some health issues with his knees and legs in recent years, so if he can stay healthy, he's great. I know Travis Kelce, his favorite kind of target, his tight end, is out, has some hamstring issue or knee issue or something. I don't know. He missed the game last night, didn't play. Teams that I think have no chance. I think Houston has no chance. I think Jacksonville has no chance. I think Indianapolis has no chance. Basically, the AFC South, I think, has no chance. Tennessee has the best shot coming out of the AFC South, and I don't think they have a clear good shot. So Miami, I don't think Tua is the long-term solution. I think he can have flash, and he can he'll flash, and he's going to have some stellar games, but I think in the end I just don't think they're built well or coached well, really, even. So I don't think Miami. I don't think the Saints, Derek Carr, I think he's done. I don't think he's got anything left in the tank, quite honestly, to make any kind of deep playoff runs. Detroit, nah. Chicago, nah. Pittsburgh, nah. New England with Mac Jones and Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick can always pull something out of his sleeve, it seems, so you never can count them out. They're kind of a wild card, but I don't think so, nah. New York with Aaron Rodgers now, maybe, because you've got Aaron Rodgers. He's kind of also, he's older, but still very good. So anytime you have Aaron Rodgers on your team, I think you're automatically going to be in the conversation. So if he can have kind of a renaissance year and get back to his former glory days as a MVP quarterback, then New York potentially could have a chance. The Jets. The Giants, I don't think so. I'm not a big Daniel Jones fan, and the Giants, I just not a fan of the Giants. I don't think they've got what it takes. Philadelphia, the Eagles with Jalen Hurts, of course, for sure. I think they're built well, and if he can stay healthy, I think they're going to be great. Buffalo, yes, I've already talked about them with Josh Allen. Joe Burrow with Cincinnati. He just signed a massive new extension. $245 million extension, I think, is what he just signed. I like the Bengals. I like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, all those guys. The Vikings, they're probably going to be middle of the road, I would think. I don't think they're going to be big contenders. Indianapolis, they have no quarterback. They've got a rookie, Anthony Richardson. It's going to be fun to watch and see how he develops in the NFL. He's built like a freaking linebacker at quarterback. Very athletic, huge arm. We'll see if he has the cognitive ability and the accuracy that he's going to need in the NFL. That his athleticism kind of propelled him through college. Not sure if it's going to be sustainable in the NFL. We'll see. Who else do we got? We've got, already talked about Minnesota. Denver, Russell Wilson's done. I don't see it. I think they've got inner turmoil with him and the coaching staff. I think there's some toxicity going on over there that's just not going to be good for the team. I don't know. It's weird. He used to be really good. I don't think Denver has a chance. I would be surprised if Russell Wilson if he plays out of his mind and also kind of like Aaron Rodgers kind of has a renaissance year. Maybe the Denver Broncos have a chance. Arizona, no. They lost DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray he just gets completely smashed. He's, again, has to rely so much on his athleticism to carry that team, and he just can't stay healthy. I just don't see him as a long-term good fit. Las Vegas, interesting team, but not. I don't. Yeah, we'll have to see. Las Vegas is kind of a wild card. Seattle depends. Geno Smith is such an interesting quarterback. Since Russell Wilson has left, they really haven't lost a lot of steam, but you're going to get up and down play from Geno Smith. I like Seattle. I've always liked Seattle. It's a tough place to play. Seattle, maybe small little chance to make the playoffs. Then you've got San Francisco. I've already talked about that. You've got the Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers. It just depends. Justin, I like Justin Herbert. I don't know how that's. I always say his name like that. Herbert. Whatever you say his name. Hebert. He's got a great arm, good young quarterback. We'll see how the Chargers always seem to be in the conversation, but they never can ever get over the line. So maybe I would probably expect some more of that from them this year. Then San Diego. Is there a team in San Diego anymore? No. They moved up to LA. Who am I missing? Did I hit everybody? Oh, North Carolina. So the Carolina Panthers, they're probably going to be middle of the road. I would be surprised if they come out on top over there in the East. Washington, maybe. It's just a lot of mediocre teams. It's either you suck. There's a big level of mediocre teams, and there's maybe 5 or 6 elite teams that truly have a chance. And that's kind of the way it is every single year, quite honestly. Atlanta, nah. I don't think they're going to do very much. Miami, we already talked about them. Jacksonville, we've already talked about them. Tennessee, we talked about them. They probably have the best chance of winning the AFC South. I would be very shocked if Houston is in the conversation at all. I would be shocked that Houston would. They would have to just get some incredible quarterback play from a rookie, either C.J. Stroud or, who's the Davis, which I don't think he's the guy. So that's my very NFL fantasy. That's just from the research I've done to get ready for NFL fantasy football. There's great players on all these teams. So you don't have to, the team does not have to be good, and you can still have a player on a sucky team do really well, and you can still score a lot of points. Would love to see an inducement run here now that we've taken some of this liquidity. We've left these lows in place. Would love to see an inducement run above these highs into this buy-side liquidity. Take out this buy-side liquidity and rebalance that fair value gap. Get a nice little aggressive run here as we start the new 4-hour candle. We have one more hour on this candle. Would love to see that get a nice little pullback here now off of that level. We've rebalanced all of these fair value gaps from the end of the session yesterday, or the overnight session, really. Going into Asia, we've rebalanced all of that area, so now we could run back up now. Rebalance some of this BPR right here. All of this overlapping zone, which is where our entry target kind of is. My called this trade yesterday on gold in the Discord, and I ended up canceling it, but it would have gotten triggered in overnight right here and been slightly in profits or right at break even here. But I had called this out. I was hoping it would have gotten triggered in here and then we would have caught that move down, but it didn't. I did not have this trade set up overnight, but that is the entry that I had posted yesterday. Sam says, "What? Oh, we already did that. In one fantasy games week, you average 50 points. Oh, for soccer? Yeah, okay. What's up, Beeswax? What's up, H? Welcome in, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't yet. I appreciate it if you do. It does help push the stream out to other people who may not be aware what we're doing here every single day. And we definitely want to extend our and build our little Venator family. So hit that like button. Again, I don't ask you guys to pay anything to be here. I give all of this content for free. I'm just trying to help people who are struggling to pass challenges. Show them this is how profitable traders trade. This is the patience that they implement. This is the discipline that it takes to fight FOMO, to fight the pain of not being in a trade, to just push a button, knowing your rules, knowing your strategy inside and out, and then just waiting for that A+ sniper entry to show up. So that's exactly what we're doing here. And that's why we're doing this. I wish I would have had this stream. I wish somebody would have been doing this for me 2, 3, 4 years ago when I was just struggling and failing and trying to figure this business out. I've paid so much money to mentors, private communities, signal services. I've spent thousands of dollars on challenges. I've lost dozens and dozens of challenges. I've lost funded accounts. So I've been through the entire process. I know what it takes. And I'm now sitting in the seat I am now. What can I do to help? This is what I can do to help. So that's what I'm doing. Once we get to our goal of 2 million in funding, I don't know that I'm going to stream anymore. Once I have shown you how to do that and you followed along, I'll probably just shut this off. Maybe keep the Discord around or something. We'll see. I don't know. Don't have any big plans. We still have, since Bespoke has lowered their maximum allocation to $1 million, to reach 2 million, I'm probably going to have to go to a couple of other firms to max out the 2 million in funding. So, or maybe they'll give me an exception since I was grandfather me in to the $2 million allocation, since they love me so much and they love the stream so much. We'll see. Who knows what we can talk them into. John, you didn't speak on Titletown. Yes, I did. I said, well, if you're referring to yourself, I definitely did talk about them. I said that they were, Mahomes and the Chiefs are absolutely probably always going to be at the top of the list. If that's the Titletown you're referring to. Ashak, you haven't posted the trade on Twitter X. Oh, I didn't? Did I not post it on Twitter? I guess I did not. You're right. I'll go ahead and fix that. You're more than welcome to take these trades. And for anyone wondering how that affects Bespoke, oh my gosh, hold on. 1.06. I need to copy that image. Here we go. For anyone asking, we've had a lot of questions like, hey, you know, a lot of these firms don't want you to copy trade signal services. I spoke with Bespoke in depth about this. I talked with their COO, Max, and we had a long conversation about it. And basically it came down to, he's like, look, we don't want people, we want people to be trading their own accounts. We want people to taking their own trades. We don't want people to solely rely on a mentor or a specific strategy. He's like, we have a lot of people that trade specific strategies. And so they're going to take, we have a lot of people that are taking the very similar entries, very similar setups because they're popular setups, they're popular strategies. He goes, so it's kind of hard to say that somebody's copying unless the only trades on that trader's account are Venator's trades. So they can see every trade I take. And if the only trades on your account are the exact trades that I have, they'll violate you. They don't care if you take some of my trades. They don't care if you take some of the entries that I post. But if that's the only trades you take on your challenges, you will not pass. They will violate you. You have got to become your own trader. The whole point of this stream is not for you to feed off of whatever trade signals I throw out. This is not a signal stream. That's not the intention of this. My goal is not to get you to take only and just kind of get you addicted to relying on me to provide signals or setups. The goal is to show you how to become a disciplined professional trader. I tell you, you don't have to use this strategy. You don't have to take these trades. I'm here to model for you what it looks like and what it takes when you sit down to charts every single day, how to get past the emotional pain and the psychology and get into the right mindset to do good analysis, identify your A+ setups, follow your rules, and then execute. That's the goal of this stream. It's not for you just to sit here and wait for me to call a trade. That's not helpful for you because I'm not going to stream forever. And then if you follow my trades, you get a funded account and then I shut the stream off and I close Discord, you're screwed. You can't trade. So that's basically how they view this, is that if traders only and solely have my trades on their account and that's all they have, they'll violate you. So you've got to be able to identify your own trades, your own setups on your own pairs. And you can't just take my trades. But you can take them as long as you're also trading other pairs and other setups on other strategies, etc. So you can take some of them. You can take all of them. But again, you've got to be able to prove and show on the back end that you are your own trader. You're not just relying on Venator to hand feed you setups the entire way through. So that is that's Bespoke's position. They love the stream. They love what we're doing here. They love how we're helping people. But they definitely, and they're okay with me calling trades. They just don't want those to be the only trades you ever take, because that's not helpful. You need to be your own trader. That's not Titletown, silly. Green Bay. I forgot Green Bay. I was like trying to figure out who I forgot. I was up there around Minnesota. I was like, who else is up there? Detroit? No. Minnesota? No. Oh, Green Bay. Green Bay doesn't have a shot. John, you know this just as well as I do. Green Bay is not title town this year. WWE, I know nothing about. I used to follow WWE a lot. I know nothing about it anymore. Nothing, not a thing. Saim, I am taking this. I already missed 2 of my entries in the morning. This one is too hard to not take. Well, hopefully we just started the 8 o'clock hour, so hopefully we can get a pullback above these highs and get into that fair value gap, breaker, order block, OTE, all the things, man. That's what we're hoping for here. Technically, the swing level on the 1 hour time frame would be down here. But I do like this 1 hour order block right there. So hopefully we get our entry. Would love to see an aggressive push up here at the beginning of this 8 o'clock hour. Really induce some buyers, get a nice big strong aggressive candle here. Induce some buyers in off of this little doji. They're going to see this as a failure to displace and trap some bull buyers here. People who think this is a TGIF end of the week reversal. Love to see that. They've engineered some nice buy side liquidity up here. You got a good strong trend line. So they've engineered quite a bit of liquidity here on the buy side. So I'd love to see an aggressive push up and then just fall off for the rest of the day. Abel, I live in the United States, originally from Argentina. Cool. LOLs from Ethiopia. Saim, I got 36 trades on BFP. That's perfect, man. Way more than I do. What's up, Rob Cash? Welcome in. Abel is a famous name in our country. That's why I asked. Sorry to bother you. I'm not sure who you're talking to, Shadow Trades, or what those numbers are talking about. What's up, Davis? Welcome in. Welcome into the stream. We got 40 viewers getting ready to do, in about 1 hour, we'll be doing our 10K account giveaway. And currently we're just sitting here watching price and watch candles print. And we have an entry order set, a sell limit order set here on euro dollar that we're hoping gets triggered in here. In the next, would love to see it in the next couple 15-minute candles. We'll see how it goes. Dollar CAD news coming up in about 20 minutes. So we'll see if euro dollar doesn't get triggered. Maybe the dollar CAD will give us a setup here. US 30, the indices open initially at 8:30, and then we have the 9:30 open, so we might get some action there. But just a whole lot of sitting and waiting right now for price to reach our entries. I can't believe I'm asking because I hate them, but you didn't talk about the monsters of the Midway. I said Chicago didn't have a chance. They were in my very brief mention of teams that just don't have a shot. I don't think Justin Fields has what it takes. I would be shocked if they make a big aggressive run. Raja, at which macro timings do you trade? I just trade the New York kill zone, which is 7 a.m. New York to about 10:30 or 11 a.m. New York. I look for my entries in that time zone. Ali Shahavan, hey man, I hope you have a successful trading day. Thank you, Ali. You too. Can you please check EU? Davis, we're on EU right now. This is the order we have set up on EU. I'm not sure if that's what you were asking or not, but this is the EU setup that we have right now. We're waiting for price to run this buy side liquidity, reach up into this fair value gap, into this order block, into this optimal trade entry, into this breaker, all of the above. That's exactly what we're looking for and waiting on. Oh, my goodness. Could someone please buy EU so it will go up? Who wants to do that for us? Someone drop like a 100 lot on EU and send this up, please. Aren't there some emojis we can use? What emoji should we drop under this candle? Is there a fire or a match? Can you search? You can't search. We need to find a good emoji to put under candles to make them go up. What emoji should we put under this candle here? A lot of people. It's not going to be an animal, I don't think. There's an explosion. Could we put a little explosion right there so we could, bam, explode that up? That's an option. There's got to be another one. Wind. We could do wind. I don't know. Can I rotate it? No, I can only make it bigger. Oh no, I can rotate it. Yeah. We could do wind. Blow that up. There you go. What are the other options here? Scroll back down. Not food. It's not going to be a sport or an activity. What's this? Cars? No, not transportation. We do have a rocket. Fuel. A volcano. No, I don't see anything. Objects. Let's see. Are there any objects we could use? There's a candle with a flame on it. Flip the screen so gravity does its work. I don't know. The wind is working, man. We're blowing it up right now. The wind is blowing that candle strong towards our entry. It's exactly what we want to see. Not a heart. A lot of symbols here. Those aren't going to work. I think the wind is probably the best option. Yeah, I think wind is good. We could do and then what we could do is we could drop a magnet up here and we can rotate that magnet around. So the wind is blowing it, the magnet is pulling it, and that's exactly what's going to pull that price up. That's the holy grail of trading. We just discovered it right there. This is the holy grail of trading. Putting the right emojis underneath the proper candles is exactly the holy grail to trading. I love it. I told you it really works. love it. John, does anyone know when TradingView rolls over the ES? I don't know, John. I don't know. But I think you just type in the new contract, right? Don't you just type in the new contract? It's ES or whatever it is. ES new contract rollover. 9th, so September 15th is the rollover date, or it expires. September 11th is the actual rollover date. So it would be Z. ESZ, I guess. Would be the new December contract, ESZ. I think you just type that in and you can see the new TradingView chart on there. ESZ 2023 or something like that. ESZ 23, I don't know. ESZ 2023 is probably, let me see if it what it pulls up. '23 ES futures. There it is. It's right there. ESZ 2023 on TradingView. There you go. I need to get some more wind. Whoops, made that a little too big. We don't need it that big, but we do need new wind under this candle. The home of Jim Kelly, Buffalo. I did miss it. I said Buffalo is a contender. John, I feel like you're not watching the stream, man. Are you distracted? You're creating fake accounts again, I think, to catfish some of our other viewers, I think. I said Buffalo has a great shot this year with Josh Allen. I think Buffalo, I think Cincinnati, both are strong contenders. I love those two young quarterbacks. The magnet is the holy grail. I need it to I need to make it bigger. That's the problem. It's not big enough. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, John. TV will roll over before CME. Could be. I don't know when they do it. I don't know that you could ever put a lot size that big. How big would your account have to be to put a lot size that big? That's crazy. Make the magnet bigger. We just did. Put an angle emoji there. It's a good thing streams like this exist, or trading would be boring times like this. Yeah, trading is very boring. We've talked about that several times. When you're just sitting around waiting, trading is extremely boring. And I love doing this live stream because it has helped me find something to pass my time instead of just sitting here watching candles by myself before the sun comes up. Sun's actually up now. It's getting light outside here. Just barely. The official roll date is Monday, September 11th. Correct. Bastion, it will go down in this session 100%. Oh man, don't jinx us. Don't ever say 100%. That's the trading jinx. There's nothing 100% in trading. And people find trading as a cool profession. Yep. How can you please explain the zone you marked out, please, once more? Well, this is, if you go to my YouTube channel and watch the trading strategy, the 10K to $2 million trading strategy video, this will all make sense. These last two down close candles right here initiated a run on buy side liquidity here. It came back down, didn't displace below it, but ran aggressively above into buy side liquidity again through the London session. We had displacement below, came back down into this breaker block. It initially supported it and then displaced through it. Once price displaces through this order block, it now becomes a breaker block. As it displaces through, it leaves behind a new order block. It leaves behind a fair value gap. And we have a OTE, optimal trade entry retracement level. So we have several confluences here, but we have a run on buy side liquidity here, here, and here. We have displacement with a fair value gap here and here. So we use these two down close candles. These two down close candles are where our eye is drawn for our breaker block. So this bluish green box right here is the breaker candle box. This orange box is the fair value gap right here on the 30-minute time frame. So you could also use a 30-minute. You can see this last down close candle run buy side liquidity. Once we displace through it right here, it leaves behind the fair value gap. And now we wait for price to come back up. It's touching the bottom of this breaker block right here. We want it to rebalance this fair value gap. That's what we want. That will give us our sniper entry. It will touch into this order block, and then that will send price lower. Technically, right now, it's touched that fair value gap. It's touched that breaker. Technically, it could roll over right here and start heading south. But we want a deeper entry. We want a cleaner sniper entry, minimal drawdown, a safe stop. But that's why we have that. Breaker block, fair value gap, OTE, order block. We have multiple confluences here. That doesn't mean the trade will work. That means even if we get triggered in, it can still hit stop loss. But when you have multiple confluences like this, you just have more confidence in executing the trade. Venator, what is the average return for 6K account? It depends on the time frame you're talking about, but if you're talking about monthly, you should be shooting for 2 to 4% on any account. You should be shooting for a monthly return of 2 to 4% on any account that you're trading. It doesn't matter the size, but that's your goal, is just to execute and hopefully create 2 to 4% per month. And then just scale up the size of the account as you go, taking the same exact trades on a $200K or $2 million account as you are on a 6K account. Doing the same thing every day is boring. Doing the same thing every day can become boring. And once you have your strategy kind of down and locked in, it can become boring. Yes, you got to find something else to pass the time. Otherwise, you'll just start clicking buttons. Cisco just got back on to see the emojis. Cisco, we have determined that the reason we have been getting swerved and taking losses is we did not have the proper emojis on the chart. So now we have our wind pushing price up and we have our magnet also pulling price at the same time. So we're assured that we get our entry. Now, this is the holy grail of trading. This is the holy grail of trading. Secret sauce right here, brother. This is it. I can't wait to post this on Twitter and watch the stream blow up now that we've discovered the secret emoji sauce. Davis, I hope I've been inspiring you to be patient. I really do. I hope it's been helpful, and I hope it's been good for you to see and to be a part of. Hopefully it's changed a lot of the way that you view how you should approach the markets. Oh, goodness. About 30 more minutes, and we'll get, in about a couple minutes, we'll get the Canadian dollar news. We'll see what happens there. And then in about 30 minutes, we'll do our 10K account giveaway. Make sure you hit that like button, please. The least you can do as a viewer, if you're not going to let me know you're here or participate in the chat, which you don't have to. But if you could just please hit that like button, I would appreciate it. It definitely does help the stream. Our wind emoji is running out of steam, it appears. Please once more go to Eurodollar and explain zones you marked out. I just did that, Bastion, multiple times now. Dominic, I just blow my monitor from downside up to help. Thank you, monitor. Or thank you, Dominic. Please continue, because this wind right here is barely holding on. It's maybe we need to make it bigger. More wind. More wind. The magnet just isn't big enough. Here, let's now we got it. Okay, this thing's definitely coming up now. Simbazo, man, FOMO gets the best of everybody. It's just part of the game. Your brain is trying to convince you, and it's setting off false alarms that you're missing out on profits, and that if you don't push a button, you're going to miss out on profits. And it's lies, all complete lies. You've got to learn how to shut off those false alarms, and you can't let your emotions dictate how you're going to trade. Emotions will wreck your accounts. That's what they are. They are account wreckers. That's all they are. You've got to be able to step away from your emotions and make rational, logical, wise trading decisions and follow your rules. I remember you changed my thoughts when you allow people to text you. Yep, absolutely, man. You can still DM me anytime on Discord or on Twitter. I'm happy to have private conversations off the stream. While they've kind of slowed down, actually. I haven't been getting a lot of direct messages lately. Market asserting its dominance on us. Nah, man. We're asserting our dominance on the market. Do you not see these emojis? This is us telling the market exactly what to do. A hair blower. I didn't see a hair blower, but yeah, that would be good. Double monitors intact. Come on, wind. Let's go. Do your job. Do your job. I don't have the market operator's numbers. If I had ICT's number, I would call him and tell him to please reprogram the algorithm for us briefly, because it's not working correctly. So, but I don't have ICT's direct line to ICT, and I don't have a little phone on my desk that I can pick up and talk to the trading desk directly, the market makers. Hey, look, our magnet is working. We made it bigger, and the wind is blowing hard. Simbazo says, yes, I'm working on this each and every day. Thank you for the words of wisdom. You bet, man. Hearing you whilst watching you practice the patience really makes all the difference. I'm glad to hear that, man. Just Al asked about average return for 6K per month. Yes, Davis, I did say if you have a 6K account, it doesn't matter the size of your account. You should be looking to make 2 to 4%. That's your goal every month, 2 to 4%. That is, if you can make 2 to 4% a month, you're going to be doing extremely well. We're going to move this wind up here, and we'll get it underneath that new candle here. Make sure it knows who's the boss. I'm not sure if we need this baby wind under here, if it's making any difference. I think this big wind is the big player. The red telephone. Yeah, I wish I had a red telephone where I could call the market makers. Make the wind bigger. Come on, baby. Blow. I'm going to get rid of the baby wind. I think we just need one wind, and this one's big enough now. The magnet is large enough. If it doesn't work now, then the market's broken. Yeah, the plan for stopping it is we'll reverse. We'll throw the magnet on the bottom, and we'll flip the wind to the top, and we'll start blowing down, and we'll put the magnet down here and start pulling. So we'll just reverse, and we'll make it all work. Oh. Whoa. Look at the dollar CAD news gap. Another perfect example of why you don't trade news. If you were looking to get long right here and your stop was right here, let's say you were like, I'm going to buy the news, and your stop was right there. Guess what just happened? This is why you don't trade red folder news. Look at that. Look at that. That's an account blown because your 2% loss just turned into a 6% loss on the news, depending on where it filled you in, if it filled you in at all. That's crazy. So the numbers must have been extremely good. So unemployment rate for dollar CAD, they were forecasting it at 5.6. It actually came in at 5.5. So we'll see if the dollar can respond here on the Canadian side and grab some and rebalance some of this. It wouldn't surprise me if the dollar finds some strength and rebalances that gap right there. The wind is blowing, the magnet is pulling. The market is giving in to the great wind and the magnet. Yeah, it can't avoid it. It can't avoid it. It's going to have to obey the emojis. We don't have any news today. No red folder news, except on that CAD red folder news was the only red folder news we had. You should talk about tanking before the tanking, then you're fine, trader. Just think some newbies come to the stream and think using emojis really work. Everyone joining the stream, you are finally understanding exactly what you've been missing. You don't have the right emojis on your screen. This is the problem. You don't have the right emojis. If you had the right emojis, you would be profitable and you would be max funded right now. So just get the right emojis on your screen. Slippage would hit hard on that if you were buying. Yeah, it would. No other broker got those big gaps. Yeah, a lot of brokers don't put the gaps on their charts. They're just going to put a big, huge, massive candle there. But TradingView does leave the gaps on there. Vin, can you show us how do you manage the math behind checks? I don't know what GEX is. 1 pip. We're about to get triggered in. We're going to have to flip these emojis here. Might want to make the emojis smaller because they might make it go higher on the follow through. We're going to flip them over here. We are triggered in, baby. All right, now we got to get these emojis flipped around. We got to get them flipped around. Come on, emojis. No, we don't want them smaller. We want to flip them. All right, now we're going to flip these emojis, and we're going to get some big wind, and this is going to push it down. We're going to copy our image, and we're going to give away our secret on Twitter here. Let me post an update. All right, posted on Twitter the update. We are triggered in, and hopefully we get now a pullback here through the rest of this half hour. Trading back up into that order block. We've gotten back into our OTE. We've rebalanced this fair value gap. So now we're going to want to see price respect this order block or this fair value gap here. Got our healthy retrace, and now we can make a new low of the day. And we have our wind and we have our emojis, so we're all good. I have complete confidence that our emojis will pull us through. And, you know, I'm going to just set an alert here. The only thing left to do at this point is either get slapped or go to break even, which would be back down here around these lows here. We'll see how that works out. But I need this. Maybe we should make this magnet a little bit bigger, because the wind is failing us currently. The wind is failing us. Big wind. Come on. Big wind here. Get 3 wind and 3 magnets. Nah, we don't need any more magnets. We've got the emojis we need, and we just need them to blow harder. We just need them to blow harder. Claws in the cloud must be downside pointed, or it's, oh gosh, yeah. No, I mean, it's the wind is blowing this way, right? Like you're blowing this way, and so it's pushing it right. Isn't that the right way? I have it the right way. It's blowing it down. The wind is coming strong this way, so it's got to push it down. GEX. I don't know what GEX is. The gamma exposure. I have never heard of that before. I don't trade options. That is new language for me, brother. Cisco, 2 trades in 2 days. I'm going to have to revoke your Brad do nothing title. Don't worry, though. I'm sure you'll earn it back next week. I definitely will earn it back. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about that, Cisco. I will get back to doing nothing very soon. Is set and forget real good? Yeah, absolutely. I have nothing to do except wait for price to get down here. And once price reaches probably back down into this fair value gap, I'll go to break even if it can get that far. If price can get down here into this little area, I will definitely move to break even on this trade. My first trade in 3 days, hopefully it will bring good fortunes. Well, you know, if you want to take this trade, again, you need to make sure you're not taking this trade just because I'm calling it out. You should take this trade because it fits your trading plan. This trade fits my trade plan. So I'm going to execute it. And I don't care what the outcome of this trade is. I do not care what the outcome of this trade is. Not a bit. Not one bit. Don't care. Don't give a crap. It fits all my rules. It fits all my criteria. So I execute. And I know about 55% of the time, this setup works extremely well. So today could be the day that it doesn't work. And I'm fine with that if it doesn't. Today could be the day it gets to break even and then it swerves. Today could be the day it hits take profit. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just going to execute the trade and I'm going to follow my rules. That's the only thing to do, is just follow your rules. That's it. 5 minutes, we need that candle close below the order block. I'm not worried about the 5-minute order blocks. It's the higher time frame order blocks that matter the most. Fallen baby. Yeah, the wind is pushing pretty hard here. So I'm glad we finally discovered what we've been missing. The cloud looks heavy water filled. Maybe a little wind and rain could push this thing down. The magnet, I think, is large enough. It's big enough. It's big enough. It's a big enough magnet. We're good. Dear Brad, please explain slowly the zones you marked out in your drawing. Bastion, my friend, just rewind the stream, brother. I have explained these zones and exactly why they're there multiple times. Just rewind the stream and go back and just watch my trading strategy video on YouTube. It will very clearly explain exactly why we have what we have right here. But I have explained these multiple times now, my friend. And I'm not trying to be rude about that. I'm just saying I have explained them. You keep asking me to, and I have multiple times now, sir. So I can't explain them anymore. Just rewind the stream, my friend, and you'll see what's going on. Avishal, it's a solid trade. I mean, so far it looks pretty good. We got a nice little entry, got tagged in. So far everything's working out. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get to break even, at least, you know. But we'll just watch and wait. Exactly. I didn't take it because you called it. I took it because of the wind and the magnet. Well, okay. See, that right there, solid strategy. You didn't take it because I said to. It's the emojis. And if that's your plan, that's a plan. That's a plan. So I'm going to go create some back testing on FX Replay with some emojis included into my trading strategy to see if it works. But I do think it's working out really well so far. About 15 minutes and we also get to do our 10K account giveaway. It's not a dumb question, bro. I understand it. Sometimes it could be a language barrier. You know, you just don't understand exactly what I'm saying or why I'm saying it. But for the sake of the stream, I don't want to keep repeating myself. So it's not a dumb question, but I have explained it. So it's just as easy for you to just rewind the stream a little bit, go back, listen to that. Also, just as easy to watch the trading strategy video on my YouTube channel. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to tell you all, I was accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, the early access. I got confirmation yesterday. So now we can turn on Super Chat and stickers and all that kind of cool stuff. So maybe next week we'll turn all that on. And we're about, I don't know, what are we, about 50 or so subscribers away from getting our 1,000 subs and being fully monetized here on YouTube. So kind of excited about that too. But that was kind of cool to get that email yesterday. So thanks for being a part of that and pushing the stream over the edge. Itching for a dollar CAD long soon, 4-hour resistance, 144 EMA, also long-term super bullish. Dollar CAD is very bullish. And after that news, I would suspect you're going to get some kind of retrace here. You're grabbing a ton of sell side liquidity. I would not expect dollar CAD to drop a ton lower here, but it could. It's already reached in and tapped into all of that buy side liquidity and all these higher time frame targets. It reached right up into that fair value gap, left it alone. So maybe next week it runs through that, but if euro dollar can get down into this fair value gap level here, we will move to break even. We need these emojis to do a little bit more work for us. If the magnet doesn't work, we need a new magnet. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Cisco. Thanks, Simbazo. Davis, we're gonna get to 1K next week, maybe. Maybe. Oh, here come the pups. It's time for the potty break and to go bark at the boogeyman. All right, about 10 more minutes and we'll do the account giveaway. So it's probably time to do the tweet. And I think the only appropriate tweet today to do is all right, there you go. All right, so here's the tweet that you need to repost because we need to get this word out to everyone about the Holy Grail. Your tweet you need to go repost is this right here. So just go repost this. Good morning, love. Go repost that on Twitter, and that will qualify you for the giveaway that we will do here in about 15 minutes or so. So repost the Holy Grail emoji strategy, and yeah, you'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. So repost the tweet that I just sent out on Twitter. Repost that. That will qualify you for the 10K account giveaway that we'll be doing in about 10 minutes or so. And I'm going to pull up Twitter Picker and get that ready. Twitter Picker giveaway. Well, they lose their minds every day, so. All right, that's ready. Twitter Picker is ready. Hey, there's the boogeyman, right on cue. Mm-hmm. All right, so make sure you're reposting that tweet. To be considered for the giveaway, you need to repost the tweet using the proper emojis on your chart are the Holy Grail of trading. That's free of charge. You're welcome. So repost that, and that will get you into the drawing for the giveaway here. About 10 more minutes here on this 30-minute candle. Hey, buddy, did you scare him away? Did you do your job? Kirby didn't scare anybody away. There you go. You guys are reposting away. I see it coming in there. So good job on that. We will use the Twitter picker here in just a few minutes and someone will win the 10K account. While you're here, if you just joined the stream, if you could click that like button, that will help us out. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys for being here. Uh-oh, our wind emoji is not doing its job. Do we make it bigger? Is it just not enough wind? What's going on? We need that wind to push harder. We need a bigger magnet, I think. Maybe a bigger magnet. We'll make our magnet just a little bit bigger now. That should really still start helping. Maybe we'll push the wind. Just you don't want to put too much, you know. There we go. I think that's probably the proper amount here. You would think the magnet's pulling it down, like it's got the little power signals or whatever that is on the top, and the wind is definitely, with the wind pushing and the magnet pulling, there's no reason for the price to go up any higher. That's really the secret sauce here. Now I'm going to trust this magnet. I really like this magnet. I like the way it looks. I like the size of it. I like the placement of it. I don't think we need to change the magnet here at all. Nah, we're good. The magnet's working. It's going to do its job. I have full faith and confidence in this magnet. Whoa. Whoa. Bad guy outside. Bad guy outside. Thank you, Kirby. See, Kirby's going to ruin this for us. Kirby is going to totally ruin this for us. Can you get control of those guys? Can you do your job? All right, magnet is working. So I think we found the proper size now on our magnet and the proper wind placement. So I think we're okay here. My Lord, what is this stream turning into? Can you get them inside?
I'm trying.
No, you're not. That's not trying. That is not trying. If that's trying, we need to talk about what trying means.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just giving you a hard time. Don't ever talk to your wives like that. Thank you guys for your protection. I think it was a little unnecessary and overblown today. A little overblown. My goodness.
I think the word is overdone, not overblown.
No, we're using overblown today because we have our big wind emoji on our chart to make sure that we win this trade. Don't upset her. Kirby likes her, and he will come after you.
That's right.
He will definitely come after me. There is no doubt about that. He's definitely coming after me. As soon as she leaves, Kirby eyeballs me like, oh yeah, bro, I'm taking you down. I am going to catch a slap. You are 100% correct. She has no problems standing up for herself, believe me.
I would never slap you.
I don't believe that. I definitely think you would slap me if the occasion was properly presented. I would have to be a real jerk, and I'm just not a real jerk. All right, just a few more minutes to go retweet the post on Twitter one more time. I'll pop it in the chat in case you're just getting on the stream. You need to repost that Twitter post that I have up to be eligible to win the 10K account. So welcome to the stream if you're just joining the stream to be a part of the 10K account giveaway. Welcome in, but to be eligible to win, you need to repost my latest Twitter post about the Holy Grail of trading and using the proper emojis to make sure your trades are successful. Ali says, I would be concerned with my safety if you would talk to my girlfriend like that. I'm concerned for my safety, and I'm only doing it for entertainment purposes here on the stream. I don't talk to my wife like that. I treat her like a queen. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
That was a very unconvincing answer.
you do. You absolutely do.
Hold on. So the whole thing that the Holy Grail doesn't exist in trading is a big lie. Emoji trading, 100% legit. I mean, it speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. So I don't know what else to tell you about this, guys. I think we've found the secret sauce. About 3 more minutes here until the candle closes. And, things are looking really nice here on our entry. Hopefully we can get some follow through and at least get everything moved to break even and get a risk-free trade here. Would love to close out our first week of September in profit. That would be pretty awesome. I'm just kidding, man. I know you were kidding. We're very sarcastic here on the stream. No swerve today. Well, hopefully we don't get our break even swerved at least. We can still get swerved. We could get our TP swerved. We could get our break even swerved. But we didn't get our entry swerved today. Not today. Yeah, I mean, the emojis, they were the key factor. It's unfortunate that we didn't discover this a couple weeks ago. We could have probably avoided a few of those swerves, not having the appropriate emojis on the chart. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but we definitely are going to want to see some... we want to see price get down. Again, I like to move to break even around 1.5. And so that's going to be right around this level. So I want to see this fair value gap. If we can get down to the bottom of that fair value gap, which we're approaching, I would move to break even. And maybe as this next candle opens, we're able to do that. Do you think EU is likely to go lower today? Been on a sell since yesterday. Market swerved my TP by less a bit. Yeah, I think yesterday's lows, these lows over here, are definitely in line to get taken out today. I do think we make a new low of the day today, which is right here. So I definitely think I'm expecting lower prices for my TP to get hit. That's exactly what I'm going to need to happen. So, all right, new candle has opened. We're in the 9 o'clock hour. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just joining the stream and you're here for the 10K account giveaway, we will do that momentarily. One last chance. You do need to repost. You do need to repost that Twitter link that I just put in the chat. That will qualify you to be eligible to win the 10K account giveaway from Bespoke Funding. We're so grateful for our partners, Bespoke Funding Program, one of the best in the business. Happy to be partnered with them. They give us these accounts to give away to our viewers. And they also have given us a generous discount code. If you use the code Venator at checkout, you get 15% off and an 85% profit split. So take advantage of that. If you want to use the discount code that they have available currently, just use my affiliate link in my YouTube bio, and the stream will still get credit for that. And we want to partner with them as best as we can. So I hope you guys will take advantage of that. Mr. Alfie, apologies. I need to go pick up my boy from the school. Have a great weekend. See you, Mr. Alfie. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back Monday. Saeem says, Brad, I'm having a major issue. I don't know what's happening to me. I moved my stop loss to entry really quickly. My break even gets clapped, and I don't know why I'm scared. I had 2 entries, which completely align with my strategy. I couldn't take it. Well, yeah, Saeem, I've been there, man. You've got to you're letting your emotions dictate your trading decisions, and you have to let your rules dictate your trading decisions. You have to become a rule-based trader. If it checks off your criteria, you execute, and then once you're in the trade, just follow your trade management rules. Just like you followed your rules to get into the trade, you have to follow your rules once you're in the trade. And if your rules say once you're in the trade to do nothing until it hits a certain risk-reward ratio, then you do nothing. If it starts to move in your favor, wait until it gets to your break-even level before you do anything. And you just have to execute that. You have to become self-disciplined, become mature, understand what's going on, and execute your plan. That's the name of the game. So yeah, taking a break would be good too. Getting away from the charts, not looking at anything, trying to find a trade every session or every day is not healthy. Those mini setups, those A+ setups just don't show up all the time. So that's another good advice from the chat there as well. I think Saeem has good risk management. I don't think he's risking too much. It's just he wants to be accurate. We all want to be accurate. We want to be right. We see our profit and loss going up and down, and we don't want to, we don't want to mess that up. And so we just sabotage ourselves, and we all do it. We all do it. All right, guys, let's do our account giveaway here. I'm going to pull up what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here so it kind of stays on and we can watch what's going on with our trade. And then I'm going to pull up our Twitter picker here, and we'll put it up over here on this side. Get rid of that ad. And all right, so we're going to load in our tweet here. This is your last chance. I'll give you about 20 more seconds to load to go repost that if you haven't yet. And then we'll load it up here on Twitter Picker. So one last little chance here. You need to go repost, and then we will pick out our winner. All right, here we go. We're going to load this up. Loading it. Here's the tweet that you should have reposted. Using the proper emojis on your chart is the holy grail of trading. That's free of charge. You're welcome. That's the one. That's the winner. You got to be following at Venator Trading. Whoops. Let me retype that the right way. Otherwise, no one will win. You don't need a picture on your profile. And then we'll continue. And here's all of it. We got 48 entries. It's always fascinating to me that we have more people watching than we have entries for the thing. I guess some people just don't want to win, and that's okay. Or maybe there's some winners on here that have already won and they're letting other people have a chance. Either way, that's fine. Appreciate that. All right, so here's all of our... John's always on page 1 every single time. Here's all of our, I don't know, there's several pages. I'm not going to go through them all, but they're all there. And we'll click continue. And then we're going to begin our draw. We'll see who wins. All right, good luck, everyone. I say this every single time. Please do not use this account giveaway as a lottery ticket. I hope that you will take it seriously, that you will treat it seriously. You'll be here on the live streams, that you'll be on the Discord, and you'll really hopefully take the lessons that we give here every single day and use them to help you take advantage of this giveaway. So let's get it going. The winner, drumroll, the winner of the 10K account this week for Bespoke Funding is Andy. I don't know if you're on the stream, Andy. I think I saw an Andy in here earlier. Maybe this is you, but Andy 969429, please pop in the chat and let me know if that's you. But congratulations, Andy. If you're in here, I'll give you just a minute to get into the chat and let me know that you won. If you don't respond in the chat, we're going to pick a new one. Andy C, there you are. Way to go, Andy C. He's been in here. Yeah, it's me. Way to go. Way to go. And just in time, too, because we're about to move to break even, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to have a risk-free trade on our hands. Andy, way to go, man. I'm glad you're in here. You've been here several times recently, so I'm glad to see one of our regular viewers get to take advantage of this. So message me on Twitter, DM me privately, and I'll give you instructions on how to claim your account. But good luck with that, man, and congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and move to break even here. I'm going to move all of my positions to break even right there. I'm going to make sure they're all moved to break even right there. And the last one as well right there. All right, we are risk-free. We have moved to break even, so we're risk-free. So we're going to go ahead and screenshot that, and we're going to tweet that out. Give a little trade update here. All right, we are risk-free, so great trade, good call, good setup, and it's played out perfectly so far. Very happy to see all that. So hopefully these emojis will continue to do their job for us, and we can hit our TP. Let me also repost that. Let me get back over here to this. I'm going to take a screenshot of the winner here. There we go. Got the screenshot. I'm going to post that now up on, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Get back over there. Let's go to Twitter and post Andy, DM me over on Twitter. That way I can get your proper Twitter handle going there and tag you. Oh my gosh. I cannot type right now. I'll go find his Let me go find that. Maybe I can just type it in. 969429. You got to remember that. 969. All right. 969429. Andy. There he is. And then we'll, I'll just use that little screenshot there too. Perfect. All right. All right, so things are looking pretty good here. I do like how this setup, everything is looking out right now. So hopefully we can just get some follow through now off of that order block, and hopefully we won't just chop around here the rest of the day. But we need to get some follow through here, and hopefully we get that. Hopefully we can get that. That emoji trade deserved that break even. Thanks, Alpha Bridge. Raja, how many trades do you take in a week, sir? Some weeks I take 3 or 4 trades, and some weeks I don't take any trades. It all depends on the setups and whether they're there or not. I only take the A+ setups, and sometimes they show up multiple times a week. And then there's sometimes we went 2.5 weeks earlier this summer without a trade. Cisco, let's check out that UJ. Yo, you should be there now. Where's your TP at, brother? You should definitely, your TP should be smashed unless you were going for like a 1 to 4 or something. Just curious, how does Such Pickers work? How many posts you choose out of? I just use the one post, and it scrapes the retweets. So it scrapes the information, all of the users who repost that tweet. It grabs all of their names, and then it just randomly selects one. That's exactly how it's picked. The emojis definitely deserve the W, for sure. If we can get some follow through here, that would be great. When moving to break even, do you give a set number of pips under the entry? I move it into break even just enough to cover the spread and commission. So currently it's like 750. It's just a couple pips in, which would cover, it would make it a true break even. Basically, it would cover the cost of the trade. Your trading bespoke platform is Trading View. No, I'm using MT5. So what you see here on the stream is just so I can put it on the stream and you can see what I'm doing. The actual orders I'm putting in on my MT5 account on my PC laptop next to me. So streaming on a MacBook, have a PC laptop next to me that has MT5, and that's where all the orders are executed. Saeem, good to have you in, man. Hope you have a great week. Get your head cleared and get in the right mindset, and we'll see you back next week. I've never ever had luck on any kind of online giveaways, but I'm happy for Andy. Congrats, bud. LOL, just hang in there, man. We do these every week, and eventually it will come around. It'll be your turn. Your name will get called. Also, be active over in the Discord, man. You might get that 25K account over in Discord. I will be giving away a 25K account on the Discord channel. It's completely free to join that. And I'm just going to handpick someone who's active in there towards the end of the month. Just stay active, comment, ask questions, post your charts, post your GIFs, crack some jokes, whatever it is. Just trying to build up the community over there. So The more active you are over there, the more likely you will you'll hear your name called at the end of the month. So, but we give accounts. We'll be giving away a 10K account every week here. We're giving away a 25K account on the Discord. We'll be giving away a 100K account for our 100th live stream at the end of the month. So a lot of giveaways happening here on the stream. Cisco says I got in at top of the breaker. Oh, I see. So your stop loss on UJ is a little bit wider. So you got in up here, which means your TP is up here. Is that about right? So looks like it's going to take out that buy side liquidity there. So you should be good to get your TP. You should be at break even for sure, but that should be about where you are if you got in at the top of the breaker there. Definitely need to see some more dollar strength here to push our euro down into our TP. I didn't see that. 147.68, which is just, that should be TP'd right there. Then you should have just gotten TP'd, right? Cyan, take a break. Yep. Bernard 10, how many pips do you need to cover the spread and commission? Let's see. My current position is at 07098. So basically 1 pip. Basically a pip into profit covers my commission. He wants Mads to notice. He does want Mads to notice. He's working Mads hard trying to get some attention, man. I don't think Mads is active in the Discord, though. I think she was just kind of humoring us by joining the Discord. I don't think she's active in there at all. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could always just tag her and see if she responds. She might. LOL is going to shoot his shot one way or the other. Analysis on dollar CAD. The analysis on dollar CAD was news wrecked it. So they had our higher time frame draw on liquidity this week were all of these buy side liquidity levels. I was expecting it, if it could close above this level, to reach up into this fair value gap. It did not get into that fair value gap. It just came and left it short, and then it's pulled back. I'm still bullish dollar, which means I'm probably still bullish dollar CAD. It has had a run of sell side liquidity here aggressively on that news, and we're starting to get a little bit of a retrace on dollar here. So it's run all of this sell side liquidity underneath all of these lows. This trend line just popped right through all of that, grabbing the sell side liquidity. I would expect, I think, the dollar to at least retrace and fill in this big gap from the news event. So still bullish. There's no setups here for me on a breaker block setup. I would not be trying to sell dollar CAD. I would be looking for opportunities to buy, and currently there's not a good setup to buy right there, at least for me. I'm not just going to click a buy button because it dropped that low. Good job, Cisco. Way to take down that TP today. Good job, buddy. I don't want to see a fight in the Discord. There's no reason to fight. Cisco, I wanted to chat. I would message her on Twitter. She follows me. You're welcome for that, by the way. You're welcome for that, LOL. That wouldn't have happened without Venator Trading stepping in and getting that hookup for you. So you're welcome. John, no, I didn't leave the stream. I'm on mobile, so it's a pain to do both. I got you. All right. I need to take just a little bit of a bathroom break here, and then I'll be right back. So let me go, nature calls. So let me go take care of that, and then I'll be right back on the stream. Don't go anywhere. All right. We're back. It does appear that our emojis are failing us. The emojis have stopped doing their job. It's not okay, emojis. Not okay. The magnet needs some adjusting. What is going on here, magnet? Do your job. No, magnet. You're not working. You're not doing this correctly. This is not the way it goes. Coming back up into our fair value gap here. That's not okay. Blow, wind, blow. What is going on? Why are emojis not working right now? Boo. Come on, emojis. Why would you fail us now? After working all morning, why would you fail us now? This is not okay. Not okay, I'm telling you. Not okay, emoji. And we're about to get tapped out on break even, ladies and gentlemen. Our risk-free trade is there. Tapped out at break even. So it goes. So it goes. The emojis failed us. So maybe we didn't find the holy grail trading that we thought we had. It's unfortunate. We'll post the trade update. And of course, it's probably the emojis will work now that we've tapped out and break even. Most likely, this thing will just tank from here. But that's the way it goes. That's just what happens, man. We followed our trading plan. We moved to break even when we were supposed to. And now if price wants to reverse, that's why we moved to break even, to protect our account. This is about the longest run of break even trades that we've had with this strategy for quite a while. This will be our third break even trade. All of these, a couple of them I think actually did move to take profit after hitting break evens. This one might, who knows? Don't really care. We just follow our rules. That's all we do. We follow our rules. It was a beautiful setup. Did work out. Got to 1.5R. And then it reversed off of this fair value gap right here. This fair value gap still could hold, and this order block and this breaker block, all of that could still very much work out and keep price down. But if it wants to reverse here, it can. It certainly doesn't need to make a new low of the day. Our analysis and our hope to see a new low of the day put in was inaccurate. But it was a risk-free trade, so count still is exactly basically where it was. I need to update the stats though. I hope Venator will read my Twitter. I'll read your reply. Kirby popped in while I was in the bathroom. Yeah, did Kirby get up here while I was in the bathroom and mess with this? Because I think that's the only logical explanation.
No, he's an angel.
He's not an angel. We all know this. So maybe we just put the emojis on too soon. Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we just engaged the emoji power too soon and they ran out of steam. Maybe we should have only used the emojis after we got triggered in. Then we would have had a little more emoji magic to work with. We do argue about Kirby every day. She loves that dog. But she will also admit he is a pain in the ass. Correct. You will admit he's a pain in the ass.
Sometimes, just like our other two dogs.
No, our other dogs are angels. They're amazing. They are not ever. They don't have Kirby's attitude. I'm not sure we're going to get any other more setups here today. I kind of feel like Price is just going to chop now. That was our shot, I think, at a continuation move from the London session, and it didn't play out. That was the one opportunity, I think, the best opportunity to get a continuation from the London session, and we just did not get the follow through there. So my guess is we kind of just chop around here for the rest of Friday's trading day and probably don't get a ton more opportunities. Market has opened here, the 9:30 market open for indices. So we'll see how they respond. Maybe we get an end of the week rally there on the indices. No news today, so it's just going to be whatever the market wants to do. There's not going to be anything specific pushing price besides price action. The emoji strategy definitely needs some adjustments. I think maybe there's I think there's a time limit, right, on the timing of the emojis. I think is what's important, and you only get so many adjustments, and so I think I maybe over adjusted and kind of used up all of the emoji fuel, and that's what we got too aggressive, I think, on the emoji placement and sizing, and we just kind of abused it, and kind of I think it just burned out too fast. So next week we'll have to play with the sizing and the timing to make sure that we get the optimum emoji magic working in our favor. A layering approach, perhaps. We're gonna have to experiment with this. We are definitely gonna have to experiment and back test live. We'll live forward test this next week. So it'll be interesting to see what we can come up with on the emoji strategy. Shadow Trades is on that buy off of this order block and fair value gap. So hopefully that works out. Start with one and then increase is required. Maybe that was the key. Maybe instead of having one large emoji, we have multiple smaller emojis. Maybe that's what we should have done. And then moving them along with the new candles. Yeah, we didn't do that either. There's all kinds of things. You guys are coming up with great adjustments on the fly here. So I'm excited to put them into action next week. We'll see how they play out. Oh. Go ahead and take these off. They have failed us. Just clean up the chart here a little bit. It was nice to see us get to a break even. I do need to adjust the our trading numbers. So we can adjust that here to end the week. So we now have 3 break-even trades. Those could have all easily been winners, and we could have had 5 winners and 6 losses here. And these numbers will all straighten themselves out over the course of this month. I think we'll get these all back closer to the the statistics that we're used to seeing over the course of 100 trades. I think we'll see those numbers start playing out here. So trade management was on point today. We took a break-even trade that ended up being in the wrong direction. So, this is why you follow your rules, and this is why you continue to manage. You got in exactly where you wanted to get in. You had a beautiful reaction, an absolutely beautiful reaction off of that breaker, off of that order block, the optimal trade entry. This order block and fair value gap could not get traded through, and it sent price higher here. But because of our trade management, because we identified where we wanted to move to break even, and we did so, our accounts are protected and we live to fight another day. So just a great example, again, not necessarily here to pat myself on the back, but just a good example of identifying and analyzing the charts, knowing exactly where you want to get in, knowing exactly where your stop should be, knowing exactly where you want to move to break even, and then managing that perfectly all the way through is exactly how you protect your accounts and you live to fight another day. So what else do we need to update. We probably made a little bit of profit. So 07.17. Oh man, we actually lost $5. We actually, the account's not a true break even. Should have moved a little bit further into profit. This is now 07.17. So we lost $5 on that trade. That's a shame. Let's see what we lost here on the 274.59. Yeah, that sucks. It'll help our risk reward ratio though, in the end. And then this one is the phase 2 account is 58263. I wonder why we lost some more on that one than we did the other ones. It's very weird. We lost like $20 on this one compared to $5 on this one. Anyway, it's basically a break-even trade. It's a wash, and it'll actually help our risk reward ratio because we a 750 on that one. Maybe I didn't update the last break-even trade or something. Maybe that's what it was. On the 100K, we officially lost a $100. So I definitely must have not updated the last trade numbers correctly. Took a small loss, teeny tiny loss. So not a completely true break-even, but close enough for me. So weird. One of these accounts says it increased $5, and the other ones took losses. So that's very odd. Anyway, these account numbers are now updated live. These are all live account numbers now, so we're good to go. Was really hoping we would finish the first full week of September with a winner there, but not to be. Not to be. All right, guys. I think that's good enough for today. Great stream. Thank you guys for being here. As always, I'm very humbled that you would continue just to show up every day and be a part of this with me. So thank you for being here and being a part of it. Hopefully it was helpful for you, and hopefully you learned a lot and were able to take something away. Other than that, using the right emojis at the right time, that's definitely not the lesson learned, but it will be fun to play with next week. So enjoy your weekend. Get away from the charts, man. Don't just sit there and stare at charts all weekend. You need to give your eyes and your brain a chance to just get away and have a fresh perspective when you come back on Monday. So just keep doing that. Don't just sit there and stare at stuff. It's not going to be helpful in the long run. Go do something fun. Watch a movie. Go on a date. Go on a walk. Whatever. But do something fun. And we'll be on Discord all weekend, so you guys be active over there. Again, we'll be giving away a 25K account to someone in the Discord channel later this month. So be active over in the Discord this weekend. We can catch up and hang out over there. And, of course, follow me on Twitter as well. But you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And we'll catch you guys on Monday. Adios.